Hello student, welcome to biology class, and in this segment of video we will study about the vegetative propagation. In previous video lecture we have discussed about the asexual mode of reproduction in unicellular as well as multicellular organism. Now we discuss the vegetative propagation, and vegetative propagation is only observed in the case of plant. So first we define vegetative propagation. So the term vegetative, here the term vegetative is related to the vegetative parts. And vegetative parts are in the case of plant it is root, stem and leaves. Root, stem and leaves are called vegetative parts, while the flower are known as reproductive parts. It means in plant's body there are two divisions on the basis of normal process and reproduction process, or growth process and reproduction process. So reproduction process take place with the help of reproductive organ, and that is the flower in the case of plant, while the other growth related activity and maintenance process take place in the other plants parts or body, that is root, stem and leaves. So we will study the mode of reproduction. Mode of reproduction means making of new individual with the help of vegetative parts, and it can be only done in the case of plants. So vegetative reproduction involve the making of new individual from vegetative parts. It means from either stem or root or leaf. से अगर हम न्यू प्लांट्स ग्रो कर सकते हैं, so that process is known as vegetative propagation. It means we can define the vegetative propagation is the process of producing new individual, or we can say we observe vegetative propagation only in plants. So the process of producing new individual, or we can say that new plant from the vegetative parts, or from the roots, stem or leaves of the plant, from the leaves of the plants is called vegetative propagation. So this is the definition of vegetative propagation, the process of producing new individual or new plant from the root, stem and leaves of the plant. It is called vegetative propagation, and it is the types of asexual reproduction, because in asexual reproduction the general feature we have studied that there is a single parent can able to produce new individual. And in vegetative propagation we also require a single individual, means एक सिंगल प्लांट से ही जो है हम वेजिटेटिव प्रोपागेशन करा सकते हैं, या इसमें जो है दो अलग अपोजिट जेंडर की जरूरत नहीं होती है. So this is the types of asexual reproduction. And in vegetative propagation we study different kind of examples of plants. So vegetative propagation can be broadly classified into two categories. The first category is natural vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative propagation. While the second is known as artificial vegetative propagation. So we can define the artificial as well as natural vegetative propagation. So this classification is on the basis of the involvement or not involvement of human being in the process of this propagation. So if the plants can produce new individual or new plants by its own, it means no interfere or no involvement of any other organisms to undergo this process, that is known as natural propagation. It means plants do itself this process of propagation, plant do itself the process of propagation. But in the case of artificial vegetative propagation, there is the involvement of human. Means in the case of artificial vegetative propagation, no any plants can propagate by itself. There is a requirement of human being. Means human being do the activity by which the various kind of plants can be able to produce new plants. So we study one by one. First about the natural vegetative propagation, second about the artificial vegetative propagation. So in natural vegetative propagation, the plant's parts may be root, so it can be broadly again divided into three categories. By the first by roots, it means natural propagation by roots. The second by stem, and third we discuss about the propagation by leaves. So about the roots, it means the plants that can grow naturally with the help of or to propagate new plants, we will study here. So in certain plants, the root bear root tuber. So root tuber is a special structure of root that are found underground. So example of plant in which root tubers are found, these are the sweet potato, asparagus. Okay, these are the plants that can bear sweet root tuber. One more is Dahlia. So these are the different plants, etc. It means some more plants also can bear root tuber. So root tuber is the special structure through which root can propagate new plants. So root tuber is a special structure inside the plant's body is example of some plants like sweet potato, asparagus, dahlia. So these are the plants that bear root tuber, and these root tuber when uh, deep in the soil independently they can bear more number of plants. Now we proceed towards the stem. So in the case of stem, number of modification of stem we see in the case of plants that can able to propagate new plants by itself. It means there is no requirement of human or no involvement of human required to propagate them. So we study various kind of modification in the case of stem. The first is the first modification, that is bulb. So bulb are the modified stem in the case of onion. In onion we observe a modified stem in the case of bulb, in the form of bulb, and this bulb may produce the new plant's body, are able to produce new plant's body. Now the next is the runners. Runners are the stem that run or creep over the ground. So ground के ऊपर जो है ये run करते हैं, they bear number of nodes, and through the nodes they can grow roots in the soil. So if we cut these runners and are not cut, if these runners can propagate itself or its body throughout the surface of plants, surface of earth. So runners we observe in the case of blue grass. In blue grass we observe a single grass when we put on the ground, it can propagate itself the whole surface of the ground in rapid manner. So by making the roots and grow or creep over the ground, it can propagate itself for longer duration. Now the next is the corn. Corn is another modification of stem, and in the case of corn we see the vertical rhizome in the saffron. In the case of saffron we observe the saffron consists of a vertical rhizome, and that rhizome able to, as we have know that saffron is the plants can be categorized into different category on the basis of their life span. So the plants, annual plants, biannual plants, and perennial plants. So this saffron is comes under the category of annual plants. It means it complete its life cycle in a single year or single season. So after completing its life cycle, their rhizome can propagate new plants. So rhizome is the vegetative parts, so it comes under the category of vegetative propagation. Now the next is the offshoot. Offshoot. So offshoot is the accumulation of stem in the case of water hyacinth और वाटर लेट्यूस ये बोल सकते हैं इसको. In the case of watermelon leaves, the offset or offshoot help in the propagation of new plants. So these are the different kinds of modification in the case of stem, and these modification have some common features. Common feature is the presence of nodes in their structure. One more we also observe as stem tuber. So stem tuber is the types of stem modification in the case of potato. So the potato that we eat as a vegetable is also a type of stem modification, and this stem modification can propagate into new individual by itself. So it comes under the category of natural vegetative propagation. Now we study the next propagation, that is through leaves. So here the leaves we observe as in the case of Bryophyllum. Here we can draw a diagram for the propagation by leaves. So it is observed in Bryophyllum. So in the case of Bryophyllum, we see that the single leaves or in the leaves or leaf margin consists of, this is the leaf and leaf margin. So at the leaf margin there is the formation of plantlets, and these plantlets when becomes mature they grow into new plants, or they detach from the plant's body and grow inside the soil. They also bear the roots. We can see here roots also can be bear. So these plantlets, this is the leaves of Bryophyllum. In the case of Bryophyllum, we see when the leaves becomes mature. So in the mature leaf, there are numerous plantlets. These are the plantlets, and these plantlets, when becomes detached from the, when becomes mature, they detach from the leaves and they grow a free life in the soil. So this is the natural vegetative propagation, example of natural vegetative propagation. Now we move towards the artificial vegetative propagation. So in the case of artificial vegetative propagation, there is the involvement of human being. Means the propagation can be completed by human being. It means, on other hand, we can say that the propagation in which the plants cannot be propagate itself, so it is called artificial vegetative propagation. In this category, we also study the propagation by different methods. So there are various kind of artificial vegetative propagation, which is broadly classified into three categories. The first category that is cutting. And then we study about the grafting. And then last is we study about layering. So first of all, we explain about the cutting. So cutting can be done in all kinds of vegetative parts of the plant. That means it may be from the roots, from the stem, from the leaves. So we study one by one about the cutting, like in roots or root cutting, stem cutting, as well as the leaves cutting. So in the case of root cutting, we can easily see the root cutting in the case of blackberry and the rose. In the case of rose and blackberry, we can easily propagate new plants from their root cutting. मतलब उसके रूट की कटिंग को सॉइल में लगाएंगे तो न्यू प्लांट्स पर आसानी से ग्रो कर सकते हैं. Now proceed towards the stem cutting. We also can see the rose plant, sugarcane, hibiscus, etc. These are the plants in which their stem can easily cut and deep into the soil to propagate new plants. Now the leaf cutting. So in the case of leaf cutting, there is a very common example, that is begonia. Begonia is the plant in which their leaf can be cut and deep into the soil to grow new plants. तो soil में लगाने पे new plant जो है grow कर सकता है. Now we proceed towards grafting. So grafting is a very highly specialized mechanism to which help to propagate new plants. So grafting is done in plants in which there are some problems, like there are two category of plants we need to understand here. One category of plants in which there are highly rooting process occur, but no flower and fruits bear by that plants in a right manner, or no any flowers can be grown. तो किसी कुछ प्लांट ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें फ्लावर्स ग्रो ही नहीं करते हैं, केवल उसमें रूट अच्छा ग्रो करता है, जिससे प्लांट बहुत बड़ा होता है लेकिन उसमें फ्लावर एंड फ्रूटिंग नहीं आता है. जैसे रोज की वैरायटी में देखा जाए, कुछ रोज की वैरायटी होती है जिसमें प्लांट्स तो बहुत ही हेल्दी होता है बट उसमें फ्लावर्स नहीं ग्रो करते थ्रू आउट द ईयर. बट कुछ प्लांट ऐसे होते हैं रोज के, मतलब दूसरी कैटेगरी होती है इन विच द प्लांट्स हैव लेस वायबिलिटी. मीन्स वो प्लांट जो है ग्रो करेगा या फिर लंबे समय तक सरवाइव करेगा, ये जो है उसके लिए बहुत ही प्रॉब्लम वाली बात होती है. बट दैट प्लांट्स बियर नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूएबल फ्रूट्स एंड फ्लावर. सो इन दैट कंडीशन, टू कंजर्व दैट डिजायरेबल ट्रेट्स ऑफ द प्लांट्स, मतलब दूसरा ग्रुप ऑफ प्लांट है जिसमें फ्लावर एंड फ्रूट्स बहुत ही अच्छी क्वालिटी के ग्रो हो रहे हैं, उसको कंजर्व करने के लिए, उसको बचाए रखने के लिए हम ये टेक्निक यूज करते हैं. दैट टेक्निक इज नोन एज ग्राफ्टिंग. सो ऐसा प्लांट जिसमें केवल रूटिंग अच्छा होता है, रूटिंग प्लांट. और दूसरा कैटेगरी है जिसमें फ्लावर और फ्रूटिंग, फ्लावरिंग एंड फ्रूटिंग प्लांट. मतलब इसमें गुड रूटिंग होता है, गुड रूटिंग प्लांट एंड गुड फ्लावरिंग एंड फ्रूटिंग प्लांट्स। तो दो ग्रुप होंगे और दोनों ग्रुप से हम एक एक पार्ट लेंगे और दोनों पार्ट्स को हम एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट कराएंगे, जोड़ देंगे। तो सपोज ये पार्ट दिया गया स्टेम का और इसके स्टेम को जो है ऑब्लिकली कट किया गया। So that oblique cutting stem which is on upper and the second oblique cutting stem. Okay, there are two parts. The first part at the upper portion, second part in the soil. So first part से जो होगा that bear number of roots. So the plants that bear root comes from good rooting plant. ये जो good rooting plant है वो ये पार्ट है, लोअर पार्ट जो कि रूट बियर करेगा, और सेकेंड पोर्शन है वो गुड फ्लावरिंग एंड फ्रूटिंग वाला कैटेगरी ये बनाएगा अपर पार्ट जो कि स्टेम के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होगा, शूट पोर्शन. सो दिस पोर्शन वी कैन बियर auxiliary buds. It means from this portion we proceed to the branches, new branches, and through the new branches we get flower and fruits. So these two parts of the plant are especially in turn. First, which is responsible for food system, it is known as scion, while the portion that bear root in grafting technique is known as stalk. So there is a combination of stalk and scion. So stalk is the portion that has good rooting, while the scion is the portion of plant that has good flowering and fruiting. So these two two kinds of plants joined together by cutting obliquely, and this joining can be take place by binding with the help of thread or rubber or tape. इस किसी भी चीज से हम इसको पूरी तरह से टाइटली बाइंड कर देंगे. So after a few weeks we observe that their vascular tissue connected to each other by dividing the cell, and when they make connection, so the transport of material can be easily take place from the root to the shoot tip. So in that case they can be survive and bear. They have quality of both the plants. It means they are also bear highly branched root through which they can easily get minerals and water in sufficient amount, and the second portion can also be survived easily, be that get flower and fruits in large quantity and valuable fruits and flower. वैसे कि इसमें जो हमारे valuable fruits and flower के plant हैं, they can be easily survive to give us fruit and flowers. So this technique is very valuable techniques, and it can be easily observed in fruiting plants like mango, rose. Flowering plants में rose की grafting की जाती है. These are the plants in which the grafting can be easily done. We also observe in citrus fruit. नींबू के प्लांट्स में जो है ये देखा जाता है गुआवा etc. So these are the plants which can be propagate through grafting technique. Now the last one is the process of layering, which we will discuss in next video lecture. So this is all about most of the topic covered under the vegetative propagation. In next video lecture we will discuss about the layering, and along with the layering we also discuss about the tissue culture, which is the most important topic related to vegetative propagation. Then we discuss advantage and disadvantage of this technique or vegetative